Welcome back to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad you took some of your time to spend here with me on this next video. So going to do this probably in a couple of parts. The first being I had a mini book haul of sorts to share with you guys. Wanted to go ahead and get these books put away. So I am starting out with first talking to you about the books that I've received recently. So, and this will be short, won't be too long. So I wanted to let you do the opening with me because it came so nicely packed, one of them anyways, and I was like, let me just share this with you guys on this next video. So anywho, the first one that I'm sharing, it came in a box. I took it out of the box, but when you open the box, it has it had actually a pen in here as well that she put, but also the candy on the outside package, and the packaging is just so cute, and the little sticker there. I don't know if you guys can see, but I thought this was just so nicely done. I mean, I really was impressed. So anyways, has some cute little candies here that I can eat. And then I hate to break it open, but I'm gonna have to. This actually is a package of books. It's 3 books that I ordered on TikTok from a TK Richards. I found her on TikTok, and she has several books, series that looked pretty good. So I said, let me, give it a try. And so they, this particular one, I think it's a 3-book series that I got. And she had it in 2 or 3 different covers. So I picked this one. So let's see what I got here. So I am going to just open here, because like I literally did not open it up without you guys. So let's see what I got. And I'm opening it up here. And I apologize, it's actually a 4-book series. I thought it was 3, but it's actually 4. So, and these are not very, very long. Let's see here. Okay, and she got some. Okay, so she has several little things in here. I'm making a mess. How cute. I dropped one, so I'm not gonna get that out. But anyways, she has stickers in here. She has a beautiful bookmark. It says, I like big books and I cannot lie. Stacked in all the right places. It's on the back. I like this bookmark. Isn't that cute? That is just cute to death. So look, she gives you all these trinkets. I'm impressed. These stickers, I dropped one, y'all, I'm sorry. But these are some of the stickers that she gives in her packaging. She gave me tabs to tab the books on the pages. I'm not really an annotator, but who knows? I might dive into that. Beautiful art here. It says Todd and Landon. I think that's Landon or okay, London. I don't know. Anyways, I'll figure that out. But isn't that beautiful? That is gorgeous. I think she did a great. I mean, I almost want to put this on my wall. It's so pretty. It's cute. I'm gonna have to find how to put that in there. Oh, okay, and she has on here her a card with a lot of her books. Looks like, I don't know if that's all of her books, but she has a bunch of books that she has written, and she has a QR code on the back there for you to look it up. And it says, I hope you enjoy my work and will spread the word about my stories to others and readers. Please visit tkrichards.com to stay connected with me by signing up for my newsletter. Aw, okay. So I thought that's nice, very nice. But this is all for books, as you can see. Okay, and they look really nice, y'all. I mean, this is the front of the first one, it is called Straight Line, the On Track But Off Course series. That's what it's named, called, the On Track. This is book 1. Okay. All right, so sorry I had to split this up because I had to manage some of my storage on my phone so that I could have room to finish recording. So I share with you the first book from the series, and this is book 2. It's called Derailed, and that is it. Isn't it pretty? That is just pretty. I don't know if I said the first. Yeah, I said the first one is Straight Line. And the third one is called The Crossing. That is that one. And the last one is An Affair Abroad. That is that one. Okay, if you can see it. Yes. Okay. And so I can't really remember exactly what it was about. I'm going to share with you just a little bit from the back of the book. So excuse me for looking down, but basically the On Track But Off Course series, book 1 is Straight Line. It's gripping, sexy, and addictive. Landon having a work husband can be a problem when your husband finds out, an even bigger problem when your coworker gestures are manipulative. Okay. The mess I created though innocent with no ill intent, caused a disruption my husband Todd and I overcame. Okay. But mistakes of the past deliver a second outsider that comes between us. Okay. And then I'm not going to go into all of it, but that gives you enough to kind of get the gist of what this is going to be detailing about. Of course, they're romance books. Then I am going to move right along, but I am really impressed with this packaging and the books. They are just really, really nice. I can't wait to read the series. When I looked at her information and she was sharing, all the details about the series and the books that she's written, or some of them, I was intrigued and interested. So she definitely sold me, and I am buying in. So I can't wait to get into that one. So moving right along, I also found another author on TikTok. Her name is MKris, and this is her very first book that she's written. It's called Love on Demand. This is the book. It is very pretty. It's a big book as far as like the width of it. You can see it's large, but it is not that long. And as you can see, the writing in it, you can see that. So it's not that long of a book. It actually is 200, looks like about let me see. It's not that many pages. Yeah, it's like 202 total. So anyways, this should be pretty good. I have been following her. She has really good imagery and details about the book on TikTok. So if you go look her up, you will see a lot of her little TikToks that talk about the book and the different little dynamics that are, I guess, mentioned or talked about and discussed in this book. But anywho, I'm going to read just a little bit on the back, the blurb. It says, after a devastating breakup, Danny takes a leap of faith and becomes a multi-millionaire through the stock market. Eager for a fresh start, she moves into her dream home in Washington, D.C., only to have her charming yet deceptive ex-boyfriend resurface, entangled in dangerous depth with a ruthless loan shark. Okay, so that gives you a little bit, and this is the back of the book, you can see. So anyways, I'll make sure to have the information on the back for the book. I am going to, of course, enjoy hopefully reading this. I'm going in blind, so to speak, other than what I read. So we'll see if I, enjoy that one. And I have another packaging, and this is the packaging, and I am excited about this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Probably should have had this opened before I got on camera because these scissors ain't doing a great job. Let's see. Sorry about that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this particular author I found as well on social media. I don't know if it was TikTok. I think it may have been Instagram, possibly, on this one. And then I looked her up and found her TikTok as well. I think that's correct. Sorry about that, but I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Hold on. I know it's on social media that I found her, right? All right. And so this, oh, okay. She has in here a little packaging with, this is cute. So this is the book, Canal Street, if you can see that, by Miss Keri Smith. You can see that. And she's very active as well. And this is what she sent. A little sticker and some earrings. Look like some New Orleans earrings. I think that represents like New Orleans. I went to school in Louisiana, so I'm a little familiar. But anywho, it's called Canal Street Bed and Breakfast, a Cameron Alexander mystery. So this is kind of like this is going to be a mystery. So I'm glad to read something a little bit different by Miss Keri Smith. I can't wait to get into this. I'm just going to read a short bit of what it says on the back. How could there be no trace of her whatsoever? No witnesses to explain what happened to her? How does someone vanish off the face of the earth? Oh, okay. So it is a mystery, definitely. So I can't wait to get into this one. It's not too thick. And this is the back of the book. But anyways, I'm very, very excited about some of the new finds, the new books that I have found through social media. Some very interesting, sounds like books that I'm going to be able to read. And of course, love supporting my indie Black authors. Want to, of course, do that as much as possible. All right, so the last of this mini book haul is my book of the month pick. Book of the month. So I picked this one, okay, which is Every Sweet Thing is Bitter by Miss Samantha Crewson. Okay, so had to come back on to wrap this video up. I stopped at telling you about the book of the month choice that I had picked, which is Every Sweet Thing is Bitter, a novel by Samantha Crewson. This is the book. There were several books, but this one was the most interesting to me. So it's the April book of the month pick. I think it is a thriller. I think. I didn't check that before I got on here, but it says a woman with a violent past gets a chance at redemption in this unmarked suspense debut. So yeah, so this is I think the author's debut as well. So this is the book, and I cannot wait to get a chance to read that at some point, or you know. Anyways, in the meantime, because this is a different day, of course, different time from when I started this video, I actually got some more book mail from Amazon. So I said, why not go ahead and share, since I'm sharing lovely book mail with you, all the stuff I got. And I hadn't even opened it up. So let's see. Sorry about the rattling of paper. I should have did that off camera. Sorry, guys. So the first one, okay. All right, so the first one here is by Miss Christina C. Jones, and it is called The Truth About Falling in Love. Isn't that pretty? That is a pretty book. This is my very first Christina C. Jones physical book. I'm usually reading her on my Kindle, and I did not have any of her physical books. And so I went on Amazon because I had a gift card. And so I wanted to get, with that particular gift card, I wanted to get myself some books of some of the authors that I really, really want to have on my shelf and that I enjoy reading. And Christina C. Jones, man, if I could have every book she's probably ever written, I probably would love to have them. But they can get pricey, so I'm pacing myself. So anyways, I'm not going to really talk about what the book is about, but it's a beautiful book. You can, of course, look it up. It says on the front, though, if you can see this, it says his side, her side, and the truth about falling in love. So, of course, it's a romance book. Cannot wait. And it's just cute to death. I mean, this is just so cute. She does book boxes every once in a while, I think, too. And so I am eager to possibly get one of her books. Her and there's so many different people to do book boxes, but they can get expensive. So can't get them all, but would love to maybe get hers because she does like special editions in hers. They look really nice. And also Ashley Antoinette, she does really nice ones. They're very expensive. But she does like a jacket. I think she has like a club and everything. So anywho, just totally side note. Just me babbling on. Again, sorry about this, but you're getting my first impression and my books that I ordered that I forgot about. You get to enjoy them with me. This one is another Christina C. Jones, and it is called Love Notes and Equilibrium 1. I guess it's the name of the particular series. I think this may be a series, and this is the book 1. So I did all my research when I was buying them. So of course now I can't remember. I've got that all covered up in my brain, but it's a beautiful book. It's not that thick, and it, of course, romance, but I got 2 Christina C. Jones books. I'm so happy about that. So moving right along, we'll go to the next one. Y'all, next time I promise I am going to open these prior to coming on camera, because that makes no sense. Right, it makes no sense. All right, so this one is another Christina C. Jones, and it's called Chasing Commitments. It's Friends and Lovers 2. Okay, Chasing Commitments. This is a short book, okay? And this is the book. Isn't that nice? That's nice. You can see that. Yeah. So anyways, this is the book. And all right, I am here for it. Of course, it's another romance, and I'm gonna have to check to see. I'll probably have when I go back and edit, I'll have it up here for you to see what number this book is, and you know, all the good stuff, so that way we're not confused. All right, this is the last one, y'all. Last one. Okay, so this one is Christina C. Jones, Finding Forever. See, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Another romance book. This might be number 1, I think, in this series, because I think these might go together. They look like they go together, don't they? They look like they go together. Anyways, Finding Forever. This one's a little bit thicker. But anyways, I am so glad that I actually own some of Miss Christina C. Jones' books. There's, you know, several authors, like I said, that I read on a Kindle that I just don't have any of their books. And when I got my little gift card, I was like, I'm going to get some books by an author that I really want some of their books. That is not too pricey. So Anywho, that is that. And that is probably the end of this video. I don't want to make it too terribly long, but I did want to share something with you guys, or ask you guys a question. So I am, of course, an audiobook girly, but I'm also a physical book girly and an e-Kindle book girly. But majority of my books I'm usually reading are audio. And then I sprinkle in the physical, and then I would say at least 30% would be on my Kindle. So anyways, have you ever been reading a book, physically reading a book, and then thinking to yourself, this book would be so good if I were listening to it in an audio? And if you're an audio girl, you know exactly what I mean if you have done both. I just thought that was something that I would ask you guys, because I know I do that quite frequently now when I'm actually reading my physical books or in my Kindle. And because I'm an audiobook girly, I just, know that this book would like be a 5-star or a 10 out of 10 if I was listening to it. And then the opposite happens, right? Sometimes when I am listening because of maybe the narrator's voice or something that throws the book off, it will turn me off, and I actually will not want to really listen to that book. And it may be a good book, but because I'm not gelling with the narrator, I don't give it the chance that it needs. And so I actually sometimes will just, I hate to say DNF, but because I really just shut it down. I don't listen to it at all. If I don't feel that narrator, I just don't listen to it. But what happens is I don't go back and pick up the actual book, the physical book, or the Kindle book to, read it myself. And I probably should, because if I did that, I probably would end up enjoying the book, because it's just not an audio that I like, So anyways, just thought I'd ask if you guys have that feeling sometimes when you are either listening to a book or reading a physical book, and know that, hey, this would be so much better if I were, had it on audio. So anyways, thank you so much for staying on with me this long. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little impromptu haul that I had of different books. Of course, I will definitely be on with another video soon with some other stuff. And of course, see you on the next one. And like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. Answer the question.